And hello, my name is Joseph, and I don't know how to get into this video, but basically, I am trying something here. This is a stream from a different location. I'm going to be playing Terraformcraft Plus today, which is the in-development version of Minecraft Terraformcraft. I'm not sure if my setup is good, so this is more or less a test. So we're just going to jump in and kind of play around a little bit, test some levels. I don't have a separate microphone right now, which is the main problem. So we are going to see how well this works. I mean, so far it seems to be fine. Got OBS working here. This is a Mac-based computer, so it's a little different than my home setup and probably not quite as fast, but we'll see how it goes. Hold on, did I do something? Oh yeah, I did something. Okay, I'm not sure what I did here. Oh boy. Well, hold on. There. Okay, sorry, I did something to the. So, okay, this is testing. Let's see how this works. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna just full screen that for me, but it's already full screen for you. This is Terraformcraft Plus now. This is a different version of Terraformcraft for that's been in development and is a bit newer. Oh boy, we're at a somewhat difficult location. Looks like and I've got waypoints on here from a previous save. Let's just remove those. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so we've got a similar kind of thing that you would do. The world gen is way different. Like this would almost never form in vanilla. I say vanilla. The original Terraformcraft. The person who's behind this, Dunk something or other, you can find him on YouTube, did a great job with redoing the land or the world gen and just updating pretty much everything. Unfortunately, we are in a chert area, I think, right? Yeah, sand chert. You can see at the top there, and that's not my favorite rock to use, but you know, it really does create an interesting landscape. You can see on the world map here this really interesting terrain that we're getting. So we're having a chunk loading issue over here, which might just be the demands on my computer right now, which are fairly high. I've upped the RAM in the Minecraft program, and we're obviously doing a streaming as well. Okay, so what we're really looking for right now, I mean, obviously sticks and rocks, which is a given in Terraformcraft, but and this is kind of just a test, so we may not get to it, but I'm also looking for sources of food and water, and well, it's kind of hard to see, but this is seaweed, so this means this is salt water. If I come over here, and I also need to find a tree, and I think I might see one on the mini-map right over here. Not sure if it's loaded in. Okay, we do have some scholar right here. So I will show you what I typically do. Again, this is probably not going to be a world that we continue, but okay, so here's some water. Is this the hot springs water? I'm not sure. Okay, I can drink that, so that's good. And we did get a free basalt, raw basalt from it. But unfortunately, as nice as this mountain spring is, we still don't have trees, do we? I think one of the things about trees in this version is that they might take a minute to spawn in, because I think, let me just try something real quick. I think that, yeah, that's better, much better. I think that the trees are something that like generate based on temperature and chalcocite. This is important. This is copper, and we're gonna mark that and grab as much as possible. This is like one of the early things you gotta look for too. I don't want to stick around too long because eventually it'll become nighttime, and we don't want to be here for night. But we'll grab a few of these things. Now, basically what we're doing is we're getting ready to gear up for more advanced tool. Okay, here we have rich chalcocite, so that's definitely something we'll want to mark. Okay, so there's that. Now, okay, well, there's no way I can mine the chalcocite, but I can grab a few of these. They're just lying on the ground, and that might be, in this particular version of TFC, there tend to be fewer surface collectibles than in other versions of TFC, and in particular, when we might discuss this more, but there's a TFC TNG mod out there that's it's basically a 1.12.2 conversion mod of TFC, and it's kind of cool. It definitely fosters compatibility, but it doesn't really, it seems that the development is, I would just straight up call inferior. It's not as good of a program. I'm sure they're working on it still, but this version that I'm using is definitely a well-written, well-developed extension of the original program. That's why I chose to do this instead of the TNG one. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay, we do have some fresh water here, and I got pretty much all that copper up there. And I think I saw, maybe, did I see a bush, a fruit bush? By the way, like, if I go to my inventory here, early summer, oops, that's not what I meant. Boy, I don't know how to see, oh, here, I have an idea. Temp is 21.83, average temp 12. That means it gets kind of cold here, doesn't it? Which is kind of counterintuitive based on, this kind of feels like a desert environment, but I guess, you know, maybe it's kind of like a cold desert. Okay, but it's nice that we have this very distinct fresh water here. And it appears to turn from fresh into salt water. Well, if we don't find food soon, we could certainly harvest some seaweed. That's still an option. But really what I'm trying to find, okay, that's dry grass into regular grass, so that's important. The dry grass over here looks really cool, but the regular grass is where we're going to find clay, so I'm glad that we're kind of moving into an area with regular grass instead of dry grass. But let's keep moving over this way. Now, if we want to get a little bit warmer of a climate, we would probably want to head south. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, here we have a, with this regular grass as opposed to the dry grass, it's much more lush, and the world map, unfortunately, doesn't do a good job color coding it. And I think that's probably an issue with something to do with the coding of TFC Plus with Journey Map. I don't think it's Journey Map's fault. Okay, here we have some tetrahedrite. And this is a olive tree. Our first tree, which is, it's ironic that it's an olive tree. But I'm also going to do olive tree, and let's do green on that. Okay, so that's marked. Now I could harvest that for wood, but it wouldn't give me that much wood, and it would ruin a source of potential food, the olives. So I'm going to wait on that. The olives will eventually become ripe and edible, harvestable, and then I can actually make a new olive tree somewhere else in the world if I wanted to. But I'd really prefer to find a different type of tree if I possibly can to get some wood from. Well, I think I got most of the tetrahedrites. Again, these are coppers, so now we have a total of 10 copper producing 10 unit chunks, so that's 100 units of copper. That's enough for one copper tool. It would be ideal if we could find cassiterite as well, but I'm not sure that's going to be in the cards. Okay, well, I think that might be most of the tetrahedrites. So now, having marked that on the map, I'm going to try to stay in this lush area and look for trees. Without trees, we're pretty much screwed. I mean, I could make like a thatch kind of thing, or I could do mud bricks and thatch. I mean, that might be what we have to do. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Not good. The sun is going to set soon. Tell you what, I don't have time to do mud bricks right now. Ooh, here we go. Oh shoot. Ow, that was very painful. Can I get out of here? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go over here and mark this. Okay, so the main problem here is that we don't have any wood or sources of wood. There's some chalcocite as well. But we do have plenty of copper. We do have the fruit tree, which I suppose could be wood if it needed to be. I might want to wait until I can grow more before I start using it, though. Let's check out what kind of richness this is. Okay, and we've got rich, so it's mark that as well. So I've got the two rich deposits in orange, and I've got all the nuggets in red, basically. Here's schist, which is interesting, a little schist boulder. I think what I'll do is I'm going to head down to this little beach peninsula and hunker down out there. I think that's going to be the safest place to... Oh, that's so nice. Great, and we've got skeletons now. So I think if I can just make my way out here and get past these skeletons, I should be relatively safe. Yeah, the skeletons are not interested right now. Okay, so I should be somewhat safe out here. And if I get attacked by zombies or whatever, they can come get me now. So during the night, and by the way, let me get the light level up here so you can still see. We'll make a couple knives, shovel, javelin, axe, make a couple axes there. And I guess guess I'll make another javelin. Okay, we'll use these sticks. Wish I would have maybe thought to harvest some straw to use out here. Oh, I need poles for those javelins, don't I? Can I make poles, or do I have to get those from trees? I can carve one from a wood log. They changed the way that trees work in this. Large. Yeah, we can't make those. So there's large logs now as opposed to regular logs, and they work differently. I'll show you when we get there. But I can't make poles, so I'm going to have to wait on those javelins. Okay, I hope that spider doesn't notice me, but I think what I'm going to do is end it there and see how the video came out. And we'll pick it up here next time on the Office stream. Thank you.